try and figure out what? Removing the roadblocks. How to make sustainable development happen now. Does that look good? Can't you just wait to move in there? Doesn't that look nice? National Association of Realtors, On Common Ground. This is all about how great smart growth is. Oh, it's so fabulous. I just love smart growth, don't you? How about this one? This is the University of Wyoming. This is 63 courses in sustainability, related to sustainability, 63 courses at the University of Wyoming as of September of 2009. I'm sure they have more now. Oh, they're in everything. Remember I told you it doesn't matter. These aren't courses called sustainability. They're accounting, marketing, philosophy, women in work, architecture. Okay? What do they say? You know, when you check this stuff out, they don't hide it because they know you're not going to look. And they're wrong. What does it say here? It says embedding themes throughout the curriculum. This is from the University of Wyoming. Embedding themes throughout the curriculum to reach as many students as possible. Sustainability and climate change must be woven throughout the curriculum, regardless of discipline. What else are they going to do? They're going to pay teachers to teach it. They're going to train key university representatives to work with faculty and provide a stipend to modify and execute a course syllabus with sustainability themes. When you go into the planning department, these planners have been indoctrinated. These are not bad people, most of them. When they're bad people is when you tell them this and they still do it. That's when they're bad. You got to give them a chance, okay? You've got to be compassionate. And it's hard to get, especially if your life is dependent on this, if your paycheck is dependent on this, this is where you're the real community. This is where you go to your planners and you say, if you stand up, there should be Nuremberg principles for planners. There should be planners who say, I refuse to do anything that will take private property rights away from the citizens of my community.
Amen.
And if that person loses their job, you are there to support that person, to give them another job, to assist them and their family, because we need to build courage. We need that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, you can get your master's degree in organization development. That is the Delphi technique. That is managing you at these meetings. Okay, they've got it in the health sector. Okay, if you're in the health sector, they are actually saying consider healthy eating, active living. This is a plan, right? It's in many, many states. Healthy eating, active living. What do they tell you to do? Is it about eating an apple every day? No. It's about updating your general plan and adopting zoning ordinances. It's about smart growth. Okay? Here is the American Planning Association. Ooh, the American Planning Association. What did they do? They put out a 12-week-long communications boot camp from November of 2011 to January of 2012. Because why? Because people like us are out there talking about this and pulling the mask off. And what do? This is not a communications boot camp. This is an indoctrination and propaganda plan that they've done all across the United States. Now, I broke down and I became a member of the American Planning Association so that I could get this 12-week-long communications boot camp. This is only a little piece of it, okay? They tell planners to inoculate elected officials against us. To tell elected officials that people like us are going to come in and talk with them about this and that they should stand strong because planning is what makes life possible. And this plan is good for us, and this is the lie. And they are pushing it on elected officials, and that's why we need to elect people who are not buying into this. Because there are many things you're going to disagree on. You may disagree with me on many, many things. We need to put those issues aside. I do not care. We're way past that point. We're way past blue and red. We need to be red, white, and blue and work together. Yes. So don't get sick of me yet. I'm almost done here. So what does it look like? It looks like community-oriented policing, and they brought that van in to Casper. Where's that picture of that van? Man, that spy-mobile came to town. The spy-mobile came to town just a few days ago. The Casper, what is this? Casper Neutrona Command Communication Center. Man, this thing is scary looking. And what did they do? They came out, they poured out of there in their little suits. This is your cops, your local cops and your local fire and sheriff and all, they have fusion centers now. I know you know about that, the fusion centers, where they're collecting all of your information. This is real. 1.5 million square feet in Utah, because the one that they had in Maryland wasn't big enough. Now they're going to put it in Utah on a military base. So they want to work together, law enforcement, to identify. Don't get scared. They want to identify dissenters. But you know what? If you don't dissent now, you'll never have a chance. This is the time. So this is what they do. They have a knock and talk. They come out and they knock and talk to people. Oh, you're not getting along with Joe. Oh, you don't like Joe's got cars in his yard. Oh, Joe's kind of a weird guy. Joe's kind of a loner guy. Oh, and tell me about this other guy. Oh, that woman, she's trouble. Knock and talk. The other part of that is weed and seed. That's where they go in and they try and take out. After they've gotten that information, then they come out and they get individuals who are troublemakers in the area. And, oh, well, he was really a troublemaker. We're not, oh, that guy was, yeah, I thought he was all right, but that's how it looks. And seed, the seed part is when this is how they control community consensus. Because they seed individuals into your community, into your town. They identify people who are willing to go along to get along. People who are willing to participate in this plan. And then they elevate them. They give them a little pat on the back, or they move them onto a board or a commission, or they become your neighborhood association president. And then they speak for you. And they're part of the stakeholders. And this is how you lose your voice, and this is how consensus becomes the same all across the nation. Isn't it funny that no matter where you live, from New York City to Casper, Wyoming, you want smart growth. You want this plan. The consultants need to be fired immediately. Contracts terminated. You need to identify the partners. Walmart is a partner. If your pastor is talking about sustainable development and social equity, you need to have a chat with your pastor, okay? Unions, AFL-CIO identified in 2001, they said we support smart growth. Why? Because most of their members are urban. Bicycle coalitions, they are the shock troops. They are the local people. They're rather fanatical. Many of them are fanatical about trails and trails going through your property and taking the rights away from individual property owners so that they have that communitarian right to ride your trail and not see anything because it's in their view shed. So you're not going to build anything in their view shed. The Lung Association has an advocacy wing that advocates for smart growth, okay? Your schools, your universities. If you're people who volunteer, I bet that. I bet you go and you volunteer. You give funds, you actually donate. You better be sure you find out who you're donating money to and who you're volunteering your time to. You want to identify collaborators. Identify and expose collaborators. And I'm talking about making mugshots and putting them up on your phone poles. I'm talking about identifying people. And this is what we do, okay? Now, I don't blame you if you're feeling overwhelmed, because who doesn't, right? It's an assault. This is an attack on us. It's a bloodless coup d'etat. It's an administrative coup d'etat, and it's being implemented through regulations, right? Right now, it's worldwide. Awareness is the first step in the resistance. And I know you're brave. And this is it. Awareness is the first step in the resistance. And this is the resistance. So, what are you doing? Good. Sit down. I'm wrapping up here. Okay, now check it out. This is it. We need to educate ourselves. There's no silver bullet for this. Nobody on a white horse is going to ride in, even in Wyoming, and save us.